Okay, there was a guy who was like a conservative Jewish guy. He was gay, and then like halfway through every topic,
Was he a judge?
They'd be talking about gay
hold
sex.
on. That was Bryn. That was Bryn. So you don't like him because he talked about gay sex?
Well, it was never the topic. It was like you come in to like talk about a topic, and they're talking about sucking dicks and stuff.
Are you one of these people that's so fragile that if you hear somebody talking about sucking dick, you might get a fucking taste for it and go suck one, and that wouldn't play well in your circle of friends? Is that what's going on?
No.
I'm entitled to however I feel. If you got a problem with it, that's on you, right?
I think your sexuality is suspect.
No.
That's a stupid opinion. Everybody, like, you're talking to a heterosexual man, and I'm supposed to.
Then why are you so uncomfortable when people talk about
listen to sucking dick? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Why does that make you so uncomfortable? I'm a heterosexual man.
Comfortable. It's not something I want to.
I know it makes you uncomfortable.
Disclaimer.
Why does it make you so uncomfortable?
Because I'm heterosexual. I don't want to hear about sucking dicks.
But I'm heterosexual also.
No, he's saying that because Bryn is gay. He knows.
So
wait a minute. If you didn't want to hear about sucking dick,
why? If he wants to talk about gay shit,
if you did not want to hear about sucking dick, why wouldn't you leave the room?
He should put that in the title. And
but why wouldn't you leave the room quietly?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I heard some gay shit that I didn't want to hear, I would just leave. I would not sit there and complain about listening to some gay shit.
Simon. Hold on. Brent's no longer part of this house. Hold on a second. Take a breath, bro. Brent's no longer part of this house. You don't see Brent over rooms anymore.
Well, that's why I'm here.
This is what happens.
Why is Mojo so upset?
Well, Mojo's entitled to his opinion, but let me say this. Houses have to evolve or they die. We have to move around the subject matter, else it dies. It becomes echo chambers. I could talk about Trump every day. I could talk race relations every day. I could talk about IDF every day. But we have to evolve or we die. Brent's not part of the house anymore. Brent opens rooms and spews whatever he wants to spew. But I want to go to Sweet. Yo, Sweet, what's good, bro?
Oh man, you tell me. I'm just hearing you say.
You tell me you come to my stages. You come to my stages and you give me fucking hand jobs. You're doing such a great job.
First of all, correct this hand job conversation.
Yeah, I'm not correcting shit. You're a fucking fraud.
Hand job.
What the hell do you mean?
What do you mean by a hand job?
What part did you not understand, you fucking fraud? I know you hate white people and I know you hate Jewish people because I've heard you say it. I think it triggers you that this cracker in the corner says what he has to say. That bothers you, right? Shut the fuck up. You're a fraud.
Hey, can we not say hand jobs? Hold on, sweet.
Hey, let me talk, man.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, you're not going to talk while I'm speaking. Okay. Listen, I would have given you a chance to speak. I was the one that invited you back up. But you want to talk while I'm talking. That's not going to work. I just want to caution everybody from talking about men giving men hand jobs while Salmon's here, because Salmon might get excited, and we don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let me say this, and I said this earlier, Mojo, before you came in. I could deal with the racist and the anti-Semite. I could deal with all those people. I could deal with the haters. What I don't like is people that talk out of both sides of their face. They come in one space and they sing Kumbaya. Then they go in another space and say, yo, JB, if you weren't a coward, you come to the stage. Really? Okay.
Can I talk now?
All you do is fucking talk. But go ahead.
Okay. So, let me just recap for those that weren't involved with any of this today. And just for the record. CEO was, when I came in the room this morning, there's nothing new, by the way, for JB to have a room talking about black issues. Let's establish that. That's why JB.
Does it bother you? Does it trigger you? Does it trigger you, sir? Does it trigger you?
Let me know when I can finish my statement.
You ain't never gonna finish in my space, you piece of shit. But go ahead. Does it trigger you?
Okay. So I come in. When I first person I heard talking was CEO.
Okay.
And CEO was talking about Anthony. And the kind of character and the kind of person that Anthony is.
What kind of character and person are you? You have no integrity.
What was going on.
You're a bitch. That's what's going on. You have no integrity. You have no integrity. You don't even know how to. You don't know the definition of integrity. You don't come into one space and fucking talk shit and you'll talk when I'm done, sir. Because I heard you talk. I heard you talk about death to Jews.
I don't know why you didn't go up on Patty's stage, bro, and defend yourself.
Okay.
I don't know why you didn't go up there. They were talking all that. I wasn't saying shit about you. I don't know why you didn't go up there and defend yourself when they was talking shit about pedophilia and all that shit. I don't know why.
I don't have to defend myself. You know why? Because I don't answer to lowlifes like you, motherfucker. I'm a real dude. I'm the real deal. Believe that. People want the truth until the truth shows up. So take your fucking anti-Semitism, your racism, and go somewhere else. Go gaslight another room. I've showed you grace and respect on my stage. You, on the other hand, are a fucking snake. And I'm calling you out on it. And you know what? Many people agree with me. So how about that? You bring up Anthony, you bring up CO. Let's focus on Sweet and the hypocrisy that comes out of his motherfucking mouth. How about that? See, you don't understand, bro. You haven't been around me long enough to know me, bro. I'm not the motherfucker. You mistake my niceness for stupidity. I'm far from stupid, and I'm far from weak. So take your shit and take it on the high. But to call this room racist, call this house racist, me racist, you fucking idiot. Let me tell you something. You can sit here and cry all day about the black plight in America, but when an ally shows up, you stab him in the back. Right? You don't want an ally. What you want to do is you want to punch down on people. Because you have that agenda. Let's punch down on somebody that tries to help us. Fuck you, dude. You're not welcome in my space. The only reason I hasn't kicked you out is because Mojo wants you to stay. I don't know why.
Nah, Jay, get him the fuck out of here.
Here's the truth.
He don't want an ally. He just wants to tell a lie. You see how that go?
100%. Here's the truth, Craig.
Bar.
That's a fact. Here's the truth. Guys like him, and I know people may not agree with this, are more detrimental to your own community than I am. Hello?
That's a lie. I mean, that's the truth. Because I've heard
guys like him. Guys like him.
Listen, have y'all seen the Chrisleys that just got out of prison?
Hold on, your piece. Just let him land. Just let him land, sis.
Let him land. Let him get his shit off. He don't even be like this. Just let him get his shit off, man.
He don't. I'm just saying, I just want to reiterate that I've heard JB talk about a time when he was in prison and he admitted that he saw where a black person was being mistreated. The Chrisleys, when that guy got out, he said the same fucking thing. When he was in prison for tax fraud, he got out. The first thing he says, they're not treating black people the same way in prison.
Of course, you better say that. He has a black granddaughter.
Oh, hold on.
I'm just saying, but is it true or is he doing it for propaganda?
Hold on a second. I don't know what he's doing. I think it's definitely true, but please let me finish on saying your piece. And I'm going to say it again. And this might trigger some of you people, and that's okay. But people like Sweet are more detrimental to their community than the cracker in the corner is. You know why? Because I'll hear you while he talks over you. How about that? It's either his way or no way. He wants to take somebody's black card because they don't agree with reparations. Fuck you, dude. I'm never going to disparage somebody's lived experience. Anyway, I'm going to take a 2-minute break because I've been ranting for a minute here. I want to welcome Nye to say, I love you, man. You're one of my favorite people on this app. Even though we don't always agree, let me tell you, you always balance me out, and I appreciate you.
Listen, I appreciate you. I had noted in the comments, this is probably one of the best houses on the app. And despite the conversation, that's what I appreciate about this room. The diverse personalities, the diverse conversations, the points of view. I'm glad that we get a nice, varied mix of voices that come on the stage. But I think it was Dr. Adams that said something earlier that I 100% agree with. And Adams, if it wasn't you, bro, I'm sorry if I'm putting words in your mouth, but to paraphrase, I think it was you. You know, you were telling JB to kind of be careful how you navigate on this app. You never know when there's some agents.
That was me, because that's exactly what happened.
Exactly, and I agree with that 100%. I find myself, this is one of the only houses where I really like being in here. Some topics, I'm like, okay, let me chill, let me be quiet, let me not say what Nye really wants to say, because I've already been threatened in one of my other rooms. A big personality on this app came into one of my rooms and threatened me and threatened to end my career and end my life, and all because I said something about his friend, The Rock, and it was the celebrity, right? That's how tripped out and crazy some of these people are on this app. So I agree. You have to be careful what you say because you never know who's listening. You never know. I think I heard Mojo say recently that somebody is in anonymous mode in the audience recording.
Recording is always in progress on Clubhouse.
Right.
I think
So-
Roger said that the other night in the MILF. You should always assume that someone's recording you on Clubhouse.
Absolutely. Yeah, someone hit me up once on the back end and was like, listen, they know somebody on this app who goes into every room when they can. I don't know how true this is, but I was tipped off that someone on this app goes into every live room when they have free time and records every room.
Yeah, I'll just tell you guys something, if I could just jump in.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Literally for an hour in one of the other rooms, they literally were talking about that guy. They went to the person's page, and for some reason, I think there were like 10 phones on the table. He was streaming the phone calls and streaming the people with all the names and the faces and putting the voices on the live stream and then putting it on a YouTube channel. And this room and all of your beautiful faces on YouTube. And they literally went through the conversation. Why is he doing it? What's his name? Who is it? How many people is it? Clubhouse Anonymous. So yeah, these conversations in this Clubhouse is just a very interesting thing. And hey, JB, man, just on the real, my man, look, I feel you, and I feel, you already know, I feel everything you're saying, man, but like, not trying to be funny, JB, you take on some of the thorniest fucking issues in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? There's some of the conversations that I've heard over the past several weeks, I'm telling you, man, they're not happening in the context and the way that they happen here on the news and other places, man. And I know who you are and I know what you're about, and I appreciate your story of endurance and resilience. You're an authentic dude. You try to treat people right. You're human. But at the same time, man, these perilous waters, man, is why people don't get into these conversations. These are complex things, and you take it on like a fucking champ, man. So it's some shit that comes with the territory, maybe a little bit. But man, you can't throw the towel in because a couple of haters are on the sidelines, man. Because this is that territory where you're doing what you gotta do, and if you ain't and living at this level of the game, if you're not bringing in a extreme amount of hate, you're doing it wrong. Because you're going deep into the lion's den, brother. You know what I'm saying? So stay the course, my man. You got a mission. I don't know what it is, man, but there's something positive and productive that you've done, and somebody that's been listening somewhere has learned something that's altered their life, man. So just, stay the course, my man.
And I agree with you, CEO, because I've even had people in our community say, why is he doing these rooms? Why he doesn't say, you know what? These are the conversations that a lot of motherfuckers are scared to have. White folks, fragility. At least he's bold enough to have these type of conversations. A lot of white people, they are scared as fuck. At least he got his balls. And he'll at least have a conversation. You're some scared motherfucker and want somebody to have fragility for you. Oh, I don't really understand racism. That's the black fatigue I get. Oh, I didn't really understand that was a racial undertone. Oh, I'm crying because of this. I'm so tired of that shit. I like white people that stand up, they acknowledge the wrong shit, and let's talk about it. Period.
Thank you.
Hey, JB.
Hey, Pockets. Did you want to jump in, hon?
Unless you wanted to say something real quick, I'll go after you.
No, fine. I'll go after you.
Okay, because I just wanted to, hi Roger, hi Adams, I just wanted to say, back in season 1, Adams, I don't know if you remember this, or Roger, I don't know if you remember this, but season 1 was...
Really, Pocket?
Yeah, oh, hi, my guys!
Oh, I was about to say.
You can't forget
I don't know if you guys remember, back in the day, season 1 was when, it was really hard for white people to even come into rooms and speak on shit. I used to be threatened. People used to call my phones. They found my addresses. People are fucking crazy, but they would wake up at 6 a.m., man, talking about white people and white supremacy all fucking day. So it just amazes me that people are like, white people can't talk about this. They can't talk about this. But we're being spoken about till the damn sun comes up. So it's just, to me, I think it's important that we do live in a country where we are allowed to speak. If you got haters, you're doing something right. JB, I feel like if you don't have 10 haters by tomorrow, you're not progressing in life. So I feel like it's really important to talk your shit and don't be you know, just scared of what other people are. Just talk your shit. We are allowed to speak about what's going on. A lot of people don't even know history. So it's important that we speak about what we don't know, what we do know, and the misconceptions of history. So I feel like it's important for all of us to have these combos, because then you know what people think, how they think. I'd rather know if someone's racist than not know that they're racist, or know if someone's prejudiced.
Marcus, that's exactly what I said earlier. Listen, I got smoke for racists, anti-Semites, haters, all that shit. But the real smoke is for the people that talk out of both sides of their face. The fucking hypocrites. Right? You got something to say to me, bring it to me. Come to me. Let's have the conversation. Let's talk like men. Let me just say this real quick, and then I want to welcome some new speakers into the thing. Mojo and I disagree on probably 60 or 70% of the things. Like, I'm pro-reparations. Shocker, guys, you got a white guy that protests pro-reparations. Holy shit, and I said it out loud and in public. Mojo doesn't agree with it. But we're still good friends. I love this man. Every time I open the room out of respect to him and him empowering me. We don't have to agree, but let's have some fucking respect. The people that talk out of both sides of their face, I'm not cool with that. I shout out politically correct every single day to try to empower them. They come in my space, I treat them to a fucking filet mignon. I give them a bean and I treat them with respect. I go into their space, I'm called a sex trafficker, I'm called a liar, I'm called a racist, my house is racist. Let me tell you something, this is the truth, and I know this to be a fact. I do hold rooms that a lot of people are afraid to hold. Because I want to understand, I like to understand how people think. I try to understand, because I got you, Dad. I know you were mod in that other room. I got you. But when you start punching at your allies, yeah, there's a problem there. What's up, Dap? I see you unmuted.
Yes, I know you're not referring to me because we don't really know each other like that. I'm a mod in that other room that you just referred to. So, I don't know the young lady, because I'm an older dude like you. I don't know the younger lady that...
Wait, hold on, sir. I'm vintage. I'm not old, okay?
I am a vintage older dude like you. So, the younger lady that put that sex trafficking shit in the other room, I don't know who that person is. I don't know you to be a sex trafficker. I only know because of Roger. The Mojo, I don't know if that's a Roger on a new PTR or a new account, but that's what Roger picture used to look like. I know this is Roger room. I know you took over from Roger room. I used to be in the goo. I used to make comments in the chat, whatever. So, it's like this. Yes, I'm a mod in the other room, politically correct. I don't know you from coming in there, JB, but you're cool. Me and Anthony is cool. Anthony left. Some of the other people in here, they know I'm a mod, especially Pepe. I'm in other rooms, yes. So the situation is this. I don't have a problem with you, JB. I was defending you even just 5 minutes ago. Even 5 minutes ago, JB, I said, I don't know JB as being a sex trafficker or whatever else they were calling you. I said, to me, JB's cool. They even took me off of my mod badge and dropped me to the goo because I was telling a young lady to relax. And I was trying to talk to her from a different level of perspective, but they weren't hearing what I was trying to say because there's too much estrogen going in there at times. So, for me, because I'm realistic, so I asked the motherfucker, I said, so, alright, so if he's supposed to be on the level of a sex trafficker, right? So, the person who put it in the chat, the other mod, I asked the person, I said, oh, did you open this room because of what was going on in the other room? Because the person that was top left, she opened the room after what was going on in here because we were all in the room earlier. So, because we were all in the room earlier, I asked that question. The person flipped on me, and I asked the person, I did say, yes, we were all in the other room, and then you opened this room. The person literally flipped on me, and then start to say no, she didn't open the other room because of this room that was going on earlier, and then she started to go into a whole bunch of other type of shit, and then they kicked me out of the room. So they kicked me down to the goo, and then they kicked me out of the room.
Hey,
So JB, hold on. So JB, I was sitting here trying to ask a certain level of concrete questions as a man, because, like I said, all that female shit that going on sometimes in the other room, it be some different level of type of shit. When as men, we trying to get the grounded, realistic what's going on. They opened the other room basically because of what was going on in here, but they didn't put the topic. So, yes, I do not agree with some of the things that Anthony was saying earlier, and I said it. I don't have no beef with Anthony. Me and Anthony is very cool. But some of the things he was saying, and I'm not even a born American. I wasn't born here. I'm from a different country. But yes, I came here when I was an early teenager. I align with Black Americans. I grew up in New York City like half of you on this motherfucking stage. We all aligned with each other, even you too, JB, because you Jewish. I align with a lot of Jewish motherfuckers too. We all basically the same. We always going through the same shit. At the end of the day, we all got oppressed and all that type of shit. Yes. So for me, when they talking sometimes, there's a lot of whole bunch of misconstrued, dumb, low-level bullshit that be going on sometimes between all of you. To be frank, get over all that fucking bullshit they raised you up here in America. They fucked your head up.
Let me ask you a question.
They fuck a lot of you guys' head up, yo. I'm coming from another country. Yo, you want me to be 1,000 with all of you? They fuck your head up. They really do. They really did. They fuck your head up.
That's your perspective. But let me ask you, I'm going to give you a chance to ask me 3 concrete questions that you want to know about me. What questions would you like to know? Because I'm going to be honest with you, sir. Here's my opinion. Whatever questions you have, and I'm saying this respectfully because you came respectfully to me, it's really none of your business. Anything outside this app is nobody's business. Just like whatever you do in your personal life is none of your business.
Backpedaling.
See, it's funny how this app, everybody has a crystal ball back into the past.
I'm doing my personal life. What are you talking about?
Let me finish. Whatever you did in your personal life is none of my business. See, I volunteered my past to people. I didn't have to do that. I did it as a cautionary tale for people. But people like to weaponize that. So I say this and I'll say it again. Anybody wants to call me a sex trafficker, show me the sex registry, a sex offender registry I'm registered in. Because if you're a sex trafficker, that's a lifetime of registration. But they can't because I'm not a sex offender. They'd rather grab the lowest hanging fruit.
Give me 1 second.
But why do they get to have selective morality?
I'm here.
Why do you get to have selective morality, Dabs? I'm asking you a question, Dab. Why do you in that house get to have selective morality when it comes to putting up a measuring stick to somebody else's lives? Why does that house specifically have that character flaw amongst the people who run it?
Well, go talk to the main.
Right, but you have a whole married man modding on your stage who's cheating with 4 different men on this app. Why don't you guys open up a room and gossip about that? Why don't you check your own people?
Hold on a second. Hold on, Dab. You gotta let me run my space respectfully, man. I'll get back to you, I promise. But I'm gonna tell you what happens. Right? I'm gonna put a headshot on it. You ready? I've said some things that people don't agree with. I get it. It's a social audio app. We engage with each other. But then you get pieces of shit like Rob Goulet, Robbie Boy, down in the VIP section, who likes to talk about my past because he's so obsessed with it. So obsessed with my past. By the way, for you people who are new to the app, that was season 3. We've moved on past my past. Right? And I'm going to say it again. People like Robbie Goulet and the Goulet Mafia, like he likes to term, this piece of shit, right? He labels his friends and family as mafia. You're more detrimental to your community than I ever could be, you fucking idiot.
And we don't give a fuck about your fucking criminal past history, because guess what? A lot of us I've been to jail.
JD,
Hello?
let me say
Please
something,
say it
brother.
louder.
Hold on, because he just mentioned my name.
I went to jail before, bitch. For
Let me
aggravated
say this real
assault.
quick. As I messaged you in the inbox earlier,
So now I
JB,
let you know I will
as I
beat
messaged
your ass.
Your piece. Let me have this dialogue.
as I messaged you in the inbox, my name is
For
Robert.
aggravated assault, I'll beat your ass.
First off, let me say this, Jason. My name is Robert.
Your name is Robbie.
That's number one.
Your name is Robbie.
My name is Robert Gillette. My name is Robert Gillette.
I want to call
So
you.
again,
Freedom of speech, asshole.
we gonna speak. We gonna speak.
You
gonna let me speak?
Listen.
Are you gonna let me speak?
No.
Did you call my name, man? You called my name, man.
You're a bitch. I
No,
mean,
you're lying.
You can say I'll say it to your face.
As I told you, I told you in the inbox.
What you told me in the inbox was you threatened me. Your threats are nothing because you're a nobody. You're going to speak on a subject that's been spoken on 3 years ago, you fucking...
I'm gonna read you. Again, I'm gonna read you what I said to you today.
Make sure you use your finger and sound out the words, Rob. We know you're slow.
The whole crowd. I'm gonna read the whole message that I sent to him today. This is what I told him. This is what I told him. Hold on 1 second. Just pulling up. Give me 1 second. I gotta get back to my message.
Hey, Rico, I am a little happy.
But like I told you, I don't get nothing out of exposing you. I ain't going around this app talking about you. That's number one.
See, here's number two, you fucking idiot. You can't expose me. I exposed myself. I went on the app and gave the same fucking article that you have, you idiot. I passed it around myself. What are you exposing exactly? Is that the gotcha moment you want? Oh my God, JP was arrested 16 years ago, asshole. I own 2 businesses now. I own my own home. You fucking wannabe rapper? Your music sucks, by the way.
No.
I listen to it. Yeah, Bray, he sucks. So he can say whatever the fuck he wants. But I'm telling you, guys like him are more detrimental to the black community than I ever could be.
Wait, Jay.
You get
Jay,
it?
Hold on, Adams. Can we play one of his songs?
Yo, JB is cooking right now, man. Yo, when JB starts cooking, man, please do not interrupt him, man. It doesn't matter. He don't need no ad-libs. He don't need nobody else around him. Just let him get his shit off.
Mute up.
Please.
And mute up. Thank you. JB, let's play one of this guy's songs.
Damn, the fuck?
Somebody has to find it on Instagram and play it because I'm not tech savvy, Mojo. I don't know how to do anything.
Yeah, because I mean, niggas only feel some type of way because they got a bean. I know that.
Wait, is that the song that he did WAP with Megan Thee Stallion? Is that the same guy?
Yeah.
I don't know who he is.
And here it was. I thought he was just famous for playing Bubba Gump on Forrest Gump.
Look, man, I didn't bring the smoke to him. He brought it to me. Start threatening me. I'm gonna expose you. You know what he said? He just said it. I didn't want to expose you, but you threatened me. You fucking idiot. You're so late to the fucking party, you dummy. I brought that shit out myself years ago. Years ago. You're late to the party, dummy. Go make another fucking rap song nobody's gonna listen to. How about that? Robbie Goulet and the Goulet Mafia. I'm just going to say this, and this might be a little controversial, but here's the truth. When you label your family a mafia, you idiots, do you know how many bad connotations come with that? But you're so fucking tough. The Rob Goulet Mafia, Robbie boy. Shut the fuck up. You're a nobody. You'll always be a nobody. You're lucky I give you a voice on my stage. Now kick rocks and go suck some cock. How about that?
I just want to say, like, JB, when I just want to say,
edible, yo.
When JB came out with that and this is the story, I remember I was fucking in that case, dude, like investigating. I was.
Pocket, we read it together. Like we literally read it together, Pockets.
I literally spent $50 to try and find JB on a sex offenders registry list because I was in that case, dude. I was so invested.
Wait, what did you find? Did you find
nothing?
Jay, we read the whole case, Jay. We read the whole
couldn't
damn
find
case.
you anywhere, and I literally
it was crazy. I can't even believe that you were arrested.
So,
to be honest with you,
if
people
that put this on him, that's what I want to know. Who's
the idiot that lost an argument? You know how it goes, Craig. The same reason why I got clipped. The idiot that loses the argument, they'll go and do this weird back channel shit. They'll call for people to be mass reported and try to silence people, as opposed to just having a strong argument. So I mean, we've seen this fake outrage, Craig. You're on account what? 369.
Yeah, exactly.
369 to be exact.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Don't dismiss. Hold on a second, KK. Don't dismiss the charges. How about the fact? And let me speak to the black community. I know, KK, you have half black children, so you speak for the black community. But let me ask you, Craig. Craig, let me ask you a question, respectfully. Do you believe that when a black man gets arrested, they overcharge him? Do you believe that?
In every single case, no. I think there's some situations where it happens.
Okay.
I don't think it's all the time though.
But I'm going to say this, Craig. Check this out. Well, let me say this. It's not just black people that deal with that. They wanted me to rat, and I wouldn't rat, so they overcharged me. Now, if you don't believe that, people, that's your fucking problem, not mine.
Conspiracy.
Do it.
My baby daddy did 8 years in federal prison because he didn't tell on somebody.
Lil Kim went to jail for not snitching. Lil Kim went to jail for not snitching.
My kid's father did 8 years in federal prison charged him with conspiracy because he didn't tell on his niggas, his homeboys, and he knew about the whole drug orient thing, whatever they had going on, but he didn't tell.
Let me go to you, Imperial. Imperial, how you doing tonight, man?
It's good, yeah. You know, it's a different thing when you're dealing with the races, though, the court system and stuff, right?
Listen, bro. You've been in my rooms. You know how I feel about it. And some people won't agree with the statement, but the crack in the corner is telling you systemic racism is real and is definitely real in the court systems.
Yeah, but it goes all over. You know me, I'm the one with the white mother. You know, I go in these rooms, I get caught. You know, your cracker mother and this and this.
That's systemic racism.
Okay. You know, but here it is, it's side by side. You know, but I don't take that. You know why? Because I have thick skin. Okay, I learned the word nigga from white men calling my mother nigga lover when I was a kid. You know, so I don't. That's why I don't play racism on any level. You know what I mean? And when people start talking, you know, my business partner, damn near 15 years, he's a Jew. Okay, so like I said, at the end of the day, racism is fair. You know, it's a big thing that I stand on, and it goes all over. Like I said, people, you know, life's too short for the BS. That's my big.
Honestly, Imperial, that's probably one of the most base, real things that I've heard a person, you know, basically say. Like, people complain and say, oh, well, you say these things about black people. Listen to what they said about my mother. Am I going to have more loyalty to my own damn mother where I came from in between her legs, or a fucking black community where I'm more inclined to be robbed by those people as opposed to my mother who gave me life? Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
All right, let me jump in. Thank you. Dap, hold on one second. Because I want to welcome YB to the stage. YB, what's good?
Yo, what's going on, brother?
How you doing, man? You said some polarizing things the other day, but I let you speak. I didn't shut you down. Say, what are you talking about? You're wrong. You can't talk about your own people that way. It's crazy the gatekeeping that goes on this.
Wait, hold on, Jay, after you're done with that, I want to call out that bubblegum person calling us white trash while he has sex tapes out, okay, of him doing porn and fucking bald-headed white men in hotel rooms. So, the bubblegum, why don't you come up and explain yourself after Jay's done having a conversation with this person?
Thank you.
Go ahead, JB.
Well, here's the thing I don't understand. And let me just say this. How the fuck do some of you people know all this stuff? I don't look into any of you people. I take you for what you say on the stage. Yeah, once I leave the stage, it's just bizarre to me. But YB, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just chilling right now at the crib, hanging out.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But what is it? What's the topic? Fake tough guys, racist, pseudo-intellectuals, come get me. Yeah, you know what, JB? What's so wild is the one person, I think his name was Rob Gillette, the shaving. I think, was it shaving cream?
Robbie Goulet.
Oh, Gillette? Oh, I thought it was Gillette. Like, okay.
No, that's the Walmart version of that, bro.
Oh, it is? Oh, yeah. See, I don't go there.
Great value.
It's dangerous. They got women with, like, fuzzy slippers and bonnets and shit, so I can't go there. It's not safe. Yeah, JB, it's so crazy to me. It's like, when you say something that people don't like, or you don't agree with them, they like to use that word racist like so loosely. And I don't think you've ever used those, like anything that was like racist against people on these stages before, JB. So it's crazy how people just like to, they have this fake boogeyman that they want to call people out on, and it's false.
Well, thank you, YB. Let me just.
It's really hilarious. Like JB, you might say something to where they get offended because they don't like what you said. No racism at all, but it's because, if they just say it, everybody else will believe it. And I think that's the biggest issue on this app, which is why people get clipped for stupid shit.
Thank you, YB. Let me say this, man. I don't know, for those of you who've been in my space and you really pay attention to how I move around in my space, right? A lot of times I'll say, hey, I'm going to step away for 5 or 10 minutes. Do you know why I do that? Because I like to let the other moderators take control of the space, because this is their lane. This is CEO's lived experience. This is Nye's lived experience. This is King's lived experience. This is Anthony's lived experience. The cracker in the corner knows when to stand down. But the cracker in the corner is also the one that opens the rooms to give my friends a space to talk. Let me tell you something. There's a young lady on my stage right now. I'm not even going to attempt to say your name again. I know you told me 20 times. AUZIA. You people want to learn something? Follow this young lady. One of the best speakers I've ever met on this app. I've been on this app 5 years. AUZIA, how you doing?
Can you tell us how to pronounce your name, please?
I think it's Azaya. Azaya?
It's Azia.
Azia. Damn, I fucked it up again. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
How you doing?
It is a nice name, though.
Thank you. I'm doing good. I'm just listening. I wasn't there earlier when all of this happened, so I'm just taking it on.
So here's the thing. I threw so many flowers at this girl the other day. Wow. And I got so much smoke for it. How dare this cracker compliment her? Say she got a nice PTO. How dare this cracker say that was one of the best shares I've ever heard on this app? How dare I do that? Crackers aren't allowed to compliment black people. That's some crazy shit to me. That's crazy. And here's the truth, and this might be a polarizing statement. Go look in your hallways and look at some of the titles you got going on. In this space, we have a conversation. In those spaces, you have echo chambers. You have people disparaging each other, talking down to black women. That's the realest real thing I can say. And anybody that disagrees with that, by all means, say something now.
No, amen to that.
I disagree.
Well, listen, Lucifer, I'm in no mood for your God shit tonight, so go to the audience. Go ahead, Nye.
No, what I was going to say, I was thinking that very thing earlier, but I didn't want to say it and, lose my black card. But I was thinking earlier, listen, this is one of the few spaces where black folks can come together, agree to disagree on issues that aren't about black women attacking black men and black men attacking black women. You go into the hallway, and most of the titles with blacks as the host, not all, but most of the titles is something about black women this, black women that, black men this, just black people hating on each other. And this is one of the few spaces that just happens to be hosted by a white dude, ironically, where black people can come in here. It gets spicy, but guess what? We're not attacking black femalehood and black womanhood. So I appreciate that at least.
Thank you, and I appreciate it. YB, hold on a second. Let me go to Tall Lady, then I want to say hello to North Jersey. Wait. Tall Lady, how you doing?
I'm good. I just came to the room and I was like, let me hop on here because the topics are always good. I'm not on here a whole lot anymore. And so, yeah, thank you.
Can I ask you a question, Tall Lady? Because you and I have always had a good dialogue, and I respect you.
Sure.
I say that sincerely. And I know you don't speak for everybody. I'm just asking your opinion. Is there an issue with the cracker in the corner here? Is there an issue with white people holding black spaces?
Well, I've always gotten in trouble. Well, I'm lying. I've had challenges in probably the past 6 years being a white person.
Is she black?
No.
You're not black?
This happens. No, ma'am, I am not.
Are you Asian?
What the fuck is going on?
I'm kidding.
I'm just saying,
That's a
he
side
said about
problem.
black
Side
spaces, so why fuck? I'm just trying to get some clarity.
First of all, let me just say this, and I won't take up any space.
Adams, I didn't
Okay,
fucking
no, hold on. Tall lady's my homegirl. Tall lady, follow me back. Okay, I got clipped. She has
Adams,
black
you're
children.
gonna always
This
be
woman
clipped.
is very much so in black culture, and I will argue to say that she's probably more black than a lot of people up on this stage
Not
talking
more
about
than
being
me.
pro-black.
Not more than me.
All right, so I'm going to ask you your piece. Is there an issue with a white man holding a black space?
No, but sometimes if they're gaslight, I feel you're really genuine. Like people that hold black spaces and they're like playing and gaslighting, they're just want content. Yes, I think there's a problem with that. But I think you hold your spaces for one because you know it's gonna get the people coming in. But I think too, you really want to know, and I think that you already have somewhat of an understanding of some of the things that black people have experienced. Do you know wholeheartedly? No, you're not black.
But she's raising black children. Blackness is a part of her legacy. You do practically understand that though, your piece, right? Like we're not talking about some woke Vicky chick. Go ahead.
Hold on. So your piece. Let me hold on a second. So let me go to give me 1 second. Hakima, you there, Hakima?
Yeah.
I hope you're not in the Matrix, man.
Oh,
No, I can hear you. So I know you have issues sometimes with my rooms, or how I run my rooms, or the subject matter. But does it bother you that I open up spaces? And by the way, I don't open up spaces with the intent for it to be a black conversation, by the way. That's really the truth. When I usually do my titles is, which community this, which community that. It just happens to flow to the black community because they're the ones that'll speak on their community. But if Jews came to the stage, Italians, Australians, I wouldn't give a fuck. We can talk about their community too. But Akima, you think it's an issue that I open these rooms?
I mean, I wish you wouldn't. I mean, not just you, but I wish you would handle it differently. If you did choose to, like, get more balance. I know you, like you said, you mod for different reasons, but like a certain person, I'm gonna say a name because they're not here, but like to center themselves with their opinion, and it's just like. It goes on for all now. It repeats itself, so it gets kind of cringe with some of the people how they center themselves on the topic. But I'm just not a fan of racism period. Like when I was modding the health debate sometimes, like when I got left the room, I would not let it go to race. Like I just wouldn't do it. I mean, I'm just not a fan of race rooms because they not there for a genuine purpose most of the time.
Well, let me ask you.
For you, but
let me ask you a question. Do I moderate a good space? It's just yes or no.
Yeah, I mean, you moderate this space. You moderate. I mean, it's effective. I mean, it's way worse moderating that goes on. I won't say it's too much better moderating going on, but it's definitely way worse. You run an organized space. I mean, for what you're doing.
So when we have these other spaces where and let's keep it real, where they're calling black women bitches, they're calling them hoes, they're saying they come from broken families, whatever the fuck they're saying in these rooms. So I think that does, and you know what? And then I move Anthony down 3 times today.
I'm saying right. I'm saying, but that's part of his mantra, though. You know what I'm saying? To jump on black women, they got diseases and things like that. Adams also, he said everywhere he goes, not just here. He talks about black women a lot. But, yeah.
Thank you, Hakeem.
Can I say something, Jay? Just because my name was brought up, I'll be very quick. I'll be very, very, very quick.
Jay? Jay?
Okay. So, Hakima, do you know how many black women that I've helped in burdened circumstances, just from being on this app? While people listen to the things that I say on this stage, people don't understand the takeaway and the impact that I actually leave people with on this app and doing business with them off of this app and actually changing and helping people in bad places. So, it's really crazy to me how people want to say I go after black women and X, Y, and Z. Hey, I left my family on Christmas to actually go and help a black woman from this app who was absolutely struggling. Okay, and helped her go and put her life into a positive direction. So, it's really crazy to me how people want to say that I drag black people and I say this about black people. Listen, y'all are not following me with Kardashian cameras behind me all hours of the day. Y'all hear a very, very small segment of my life on this app.
Thank
Let's
you,
stop the
Adams.
fake outrage.
Thank you, Adams. I want to go to Dap. Dap's been trying. Why? I got you. But Dap has been patiently waiting. I'll come to you next. Dap, are you there?
Yeah. So,
please don't chew on Mike. Finish eating and I'll come back to you.
Hold on.
Okay.
So, I was in here when you threw out Anthony based off of what he was saying. JB, I'm in here when you're defending certain things when people accuse you of hosting these type of rooms because they think you're a racist when you're not. I'm in here with a lot of things going on. I'm in the goo.
You're also chewing in our ear.
Motherfucker, shut up. So I think that auntie, mother, daddy, uncle genes kicking in. So JB, I don't have an issue with you. I was in here earlier. I listened to some of the things. Like I said, I don't. Me and Anthony, we chop it up. I like Anthony. I don't have a problem with Anthony. Some of his talking points I do have a problem with. But at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with you because you do defend certain type of things as a Jewish New York City Jew. JB, I came to New York City. I came to love a lot of people. I grew up in New York City like we did. I came here. I'm not born and raised in America. I'm not born in America, but I came here as a teenager. Like I said, came to New York City. We all connected a certain way. We all got a lot of issues. We all know what New York City is about and the East Coast. So at the end of the day, JB, you cool. You good money to me. Some of the other people in here feel and why I'm in the goo. I listen to some of you when you talk. Yeah, y'all got money. But earlier I just did not respect what Anthony was saying when he was saying about Black Americans, because Black Americans is cool. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Black Americans, they're not poor, destitute. They're not. Just cut it out. A lot of the things he was saying, I didn't appreciate.
Okay, but he's not here to defend himself. And let me say this, right? I don't agree with 90% of the things he says, right? But he said something politically correct that was probably one of the smartest things I've ever heard him say. And people are so fucking dumb, they fall for it. He said, I can come off my mic, and I know how to get you guys to come, each and every one of you to come off your mic and say what I say. And that's brilliant. He's playing you guys. You guys are playing checkers. He's playing chess.
Yeah,
he knows exactly what to. Let me finish. I got it. Dap. You said that 50 times. I get it. But here's the thing. You people really need to start paying attention and hear what people are saying instead of just listening to what they're saying. He's playing you people, and you're all falling for it. Because the truth is this. Hold on, Hakeem, let me finish, please. I believe he don't believe 90% of the shit he spews. He likes to set the conversations. I'm well aware.
I said that early in the room, JB. I said that to them early in the room. I did say
thank you, Dab. Hakeem wanted to jump in. Yeah, Hakeem.
I was gonna say he say that he do say things that get people off the mic, but you could do it to him as well. And you called it out earlier when he had soft his chin is. Because like all I gotta do is say boom. I ain't gotta say him. He's coming off the mic, so he could be triggered just as well. So he's not as much of a genius you give him credit for, but he can. I definitely did that to him all day today and got him off.
Well, Hakima, let me say this. And this applies to some people in this room. Not you, Hakima, because I don't believe it this way. I find it fucking hypocritical and funny as fuck. I'm sorry? What'd you say?
Oh, that was an accident. Sorry.
It's okay. I find it funny as fuck that a lot of people will poke the bear and then they get shocked when the bear bites back. The victimhood on this app is historically incredible. Everybody likes to... Hold on, Adams. And that's really the fucking truth. People will go in the chat and say the most egregious things you could possibly say, and then they wonder why. Wait, did he just call me a monkey? Why would I sit back and say, listen, I'm gonna keep it real. When you say disparaging things, Don't cry when you get the smoke in return. People, and another thing, last thing, people are hypersensitive on this app, right? You can't say certain things without expecting a response. I have a little thick skin, just a smidge. I've been dealing with what I'm talking about tonight for 5 fucking years. My skin is like a rhino. But you're not gonna fucking call me a racist when that's the farthest thing from the truth. You're not gonna call me a sex trafficker because that's the farthest thing from the truth. Bring receipts, bring facts, and we'll have the conversation. Adams, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, you know, it's you know, like, again, it goes back to the fake outrage. You know, I will never forget the day yesterday. You know, yesterday, Miki, of all people, was calling a black man the N-word. Did anybody move Miki down to the goo? Did anybody call for Miki to be mass reported? No, they didn't. So again, it's all selective bullshit. It's a game that a lot of people like to play, and I'm not falling for it anymore. This whole, you know, super sensitivity where you cannot say anything that's labeled as anti-black. You know, these are the same type of people accusing everybody and which way under the sun of cocksucking, being a fag, and all this other bullshit.